All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something that is absolutely crucial for basically any modern company. We are looking at Rishabh, and specifically his expertise in building analytics systems for business growth. Now look, we all know every company collects data. It's kind of the default setting of doing business today, right? But having a bunch of data just sitting around in a database versus having a robust, actual functioning system that drives your business forward, those are two completely different things. So in this explainer, we're going to break down Rishabh's unique approach to bridging that exact gap, using his own professional introduction as our guide to understanding what modern product analytics truly looks like.
So check this out. What are your users actually doing? It sounds like such a simple question, right? But picture this. You launch a massive, highly anticipated marketing campaign. You're getting thousands of hits, the servers are absolutely buzzing, and then zero sales, nothing. For most businesses, this is literally the missing puzzle piece. It's the central problem they're facing every single day. They've got this absolute mountain of data, thousands of rows in a spreadsheet, some massive spike on a chart somewhere, but they completely lack true visibility into user behavior. They have no idea why that traffic spiked, or why someone suddenly abandoned their shopping cart at the very last second. And Rishabh poses this exact question because his entire professional focus is dedicated to answering it. He's not just looking at the surface level, he's digging deep to map out the actual human behavior interacting with your product.
And there's this really massive tension in modern business intelligence. On one side, you've got what the numbers say. This might tell you, hey, you had 10,000 page views yesterday. Time to celebrate, right? Break out the champagne? Well, not exactly. Because on the flip side, you have what users actually do. And that side might reveal a pretty painful truth. Out of those 10,000 views, maybe users aggressively rage-clicked a broken link, got super frustrated, and just closed the app forever. Rishabh really acts as the crucial translator between these two realities. He helps businesses understand those real user actions, not just what the passive, and honestly sometimes misleading, numbers report. It's all about moving way beyond superficial vanity metrics to truly understand the tangible, human actions happening inside a product.
Okay, so what exactly is Rishabh's role in fixing this? Well, he's a product analytics and data analyst, but I want you to pay really close attention to that second part. He is a strategic partner who builds analytics systems to turn product data into actionable business decisions. He's not just a guy sitting in the back room quietly crunching numbers that somebody else asked for. Not at all. He approaches data almost like an architect. He builds the very systems that capture the data in the first place, making sure the foundation is rock solid so it can actually support major million-dollar business decisions. And it's exactly this structural, systems-level thinking that elevates his role from a simple, passive reporter to a true strategic driver for a company.
So here's where the magic actually happens, the actual blueprint of how a system like this is built. First up, you need the right foundation, and that means implementing event-based analytics platforms built specifically to track complex user actions. We're talking cutting-edge tools here, like Mixpanel or PostHog. But honestly, raw tools just aren't enough on their own. You got to design intuitive dashboards. You're creating visual interfaces so that non-technical folks on the team can actually understand the data without needing a computer science degree, Then you've got the creation of comprehensive tracking plans. Think of this as a meticulous, step-by-step map of every single button click, scroll, or swipe you want to measure. And finally, all of this infrastructure comes together to analyze those complex user journeys, ensuring you're capturing the exact right data to answer the most urgent questions the business has.
And once those systems are live, that's when Rishabh applies this highly structured methodology to the user journey. Let's say a brand new user downloads your app for the very first time. Step 1. Identify drop-offs. Where did they get annoyed and just close it? Maybe your sign-up screen asked for way too much info. Right, so once that's fixed, we move to step 2. Drive activation. How do we get that user to experience the core value, that aha moment, as quickly as humanly possible? Then we hit step 3. Improve retention. How do we keep them coming back week after week instead of just deleting the app after 3 days? And finally, step 4 is foster growth, which honestly is just the natural, inevitable result of nailing those first 3 steps. By analyzing user behavior through this specific 4-step lens, Rishabh is literally transforming raw data into a reliable, scalable engine for product growth.
Now, to pull all of this off seamlessly, you obviously need some serious technical firepower. And Rishabh brings this highly organized, full-stack toolkit that covers literally every angle of the modern data ecosystem. On the product analytics side, he's using industry heavyweights like Mixpanel, PostHog, and Amplitude to track those granular user events. Then, to handle the heavy-duty data warehousing and business intelligence, he's wielding SQL, BigQuery, Amazon Redshift, and Metabase.
And to tie all of that back to how users actually found the product in the first place, he integrates marketing and growth tools, things like HubSpot, Google Tag Manager, GA4, customer data platforms, various ad networks, and yeah, even the trusty Google Sheets. But the really impressive part isn't just knowing the tools, it's how he seamlessly integrates them. He gets the product, the database housing the data, and the marketing channels driving the users. It is a complete 360-degree view of the whole shebang.
Actually, let's pause here for a second, because this philosophy right here is the absolute core of Rishabh's approach. Analytics shouldn't just produce reports, it should answer business questions, uncover opportunities, and drive confident decisions. I mean, think about it. How many companies have these beautifully designed, colorful reports that absolutely nobody looks at? Or worse, reports that don't actually tell leadership what to do next. It's just a bunch of lines going up and down. What really sets Rishabh apart is this solution-oriented mindset and his crystal clear communication. He's not interested in making a chart just to make a chart. If the data doesn't answer a burning question, or uncover some hidden opportunity, or give a CEO the genuine confidence to make a bold move, well then the analytics system just isn't doing its job.
So what's the ultimate takeaway here? What is the real value proposition? Simply put, it's the profound ability to transform raw data into meaningful insights and data-driven product growth. If you're a hiring manager, a product lead, or a founder checking out this explainer, this is exactly the kind of transformation you're probably searching for. You want a strategic data partner who brings that robust technical stack, that clear communication, and a relentless focus on actionable user behavior. Rishabh's profile is way more than just a laundry list of software skills. It's really a promise of transformation for your product. He takes the overwhelming chaos of raw data and molds it into a clear, illuminated path for sustained growth.
So, I want to leave you with something to think about. Take a hard look at your own systems right now. Are your current analytics just producing reports, or are they actually driving confident decisions? If you're sitting there staring at dashboards that don't tell you what your users are actually doing, or if you're constantly struggling to figure out where the drop-offs are so you can drive retention, it might just be time to rethink how your systems are built. As we've seen throughout this explainer, professionals like Rishabh, who specialize in building these exact data-driven architectures, they might literally be the missing piece you need to unlock your product's true growth potential. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me on this deep dive into product analytics and systems building. Make sure you keep asking the right questions about your data.